Live. Yo, we are live. All of our platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. I hope everybody is doing great. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Luna, we got Luna here on the call. We got Crystal on the call. Yeah, yeah. Usual suspects. Thank you for joining us today. Yeah. So, um, yeah, I was sick this past week, just a little bit. I'm starting to get over it. You can hear me a little bit, but getting better. Thankful that we're so resilient and have a quick turnaround time in regards to uh, falling ill briefly. Make sure everybody, make sure all of y'all are getting enough sleep, staying hydrated. Uh, I have this bad habit of sometimes every now and then I forget to brush my teeth before I go to sleep. And I usually like just eat. So don't do that. Make sure you brush your teeth before you go to sleep. I think that's what, most of the time when I'm sick, and I don't get sick very often, it's because I'm damn near working myself to death or some shit, and I fall asleep, without brushing my teeth. But yeah, whenever I'm healthy, it's because I brush my teeth. So brush your teeth. Make sure you're breathing properly. I think, having gotten over this or getting over it quickly has a lot to do with proper breathing techniques. You want to breathe through your stomach, you know. Uh, yeah, yeah, just a lot to contribute to today's discussion. uh, you know, uh, we had a little car accident a couple of hours ago. Nothing too serious. Dude backed into me when we were both exiting a drive-through, but no damage, nothing like that. You know, just thankful. Every once in a while, two things. You need something to bring you down to earth. Help you realize like life is still real. You need something to be thankful for. Um, and sometimes it's like I don't know if you ever feel like this. Like life is too good to be true sometimes, where it's like everything's going right. Something hasn't gone wrong in a long time, in a little while, so you're like on edge. I don't know if anybody relates to that. So like something has to go wrong, you know, and I'm just thankful that that which went wrong, wasn't all too bad. Um, so we can't say that we have like so many days without accident. We had an accident today, but just kept pushing. Wasn't a big deal, So yeah, yeah, that's how I'm starting off today. So today's a good day, you know. I hope I can say the same for everybody. What's going on with you all? We got Luna, Crystal, anybody else watching the playback? Shout out to everybody. I am OMA, one who may ascend. We run these live sessions usually about this time on Mondays, 3:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, on all of our social media platforms, whether it's here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We also host another session that's exclusive to our Ascendance community on Facebook. That is Freestyle Friday sessions on Friday at 3:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, usually as well. So make sure you tune in. If you haven't already, join our Ascendance group. You can do that by going to go.onewhomayascend.com. A lot of new developments, a lot of things that we're working on with the team. Very excited. And you'll be able to, like, I know you can't actually see and the actual actually what we're working on, like the visuals and everything like that. um, it may not be immediately visually apparent, but here within the next week or two, you'll be able to see what we've been working on. Surveys, a lot of content, and yeah, it's always the best is yet to come. So we're very excited for new developments, which will be visibly apparent in the very near future, as soon as next week, but definitely by the beginning of next month, so lots to look forward to. Lots to look forward to. Today is busy with work, Luna. What do you do? What do you do? I don't know if, yeah, what, we know you're in school. Where do you go to school? I'll invite Crystal up here. Hey, we got Jess in the house. It's been a minute. Ain't seen you in a minute. Let's see if Jess wants to come up. Let's see. What is up? Yo,
Hi.
how you been? It's been a minute.
Man, I have been so busy and I have been sweaty dealing with school. I posted on Instagram that I made it on the Dean's list.
Hey,
So
congratulations. That's what's up.
so that's what's been going on. It's just the schoolwork has took a toll on me right
Yeah,
now.
I bet. With
So
work too. You're working too still, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And now that in April we're supposed to be switching to a new company now because this other company brought our company
Mhm.
recently. So instead of it being Change Healthcare, we're switching to Optum. So
Okay.
now we're going to be working at Optum in the month of April. So that's coming. It's just a whole lot that's been going on with
How does it affect
me.
does it affect you directly, or do you have to like transition, or is there anything like to learn, or what does
Well,
that
I
process look
mean,
like?
it's gonna be new to everybody. There's
Right.
a new system that we gotta learn how to work with their system, their phone calls. I believe my position still stay the same. Unless my manager tells me, "Hey, Jessica, you might be working on this hospital now since we're gonna be up under Optum,
Mm.
so I have to train you on this part." But yeah, but totally new system. So all the old systems that we're working with, that ain't gonna be no more.
Dang.
The signs is gonna be coming down. It's not gonna be no more change healthcare. It's gonna be Optum now. So everything is gonna be new in April.
How do you feel about it? Is it for the better, or for the worse in your perception, or does it
I
that is
think
indifferent?
because when I first started there, it was kind of laid back for me. I guess it would be different because this is my first time working with Optum,
Hmm.
so I don't know how they roll
Yeah.
in their field. So it's like brand new to me, like working with a different company now. So
Right. Right.
I hope it's a good thing for me. But I would take all the notes that my manager give me and put it towards my degree, so I have it to back up with. So,
Right.
but I'm excited. I'm excited to get into this company and see how it's actually going to be
That's
in
cool.
April.
That's
So
cool. How long
yeah.
you been there already so far?
How many what?
How long you already been there so far?
Well, I've been with Change Healthcare 3 years.
Oh.
It will be 4 years in April 19th, but they're doing the transition on April 9th.
Oh, okay.
So this will be 3 years for me being with Change Healthcare.
See, I thought it was like I mean, maybe it is. It's an internship.
No, this is like my permanent job.
Oh, okay,
Mm-mm.
okay, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
No,
Okay.
it's not no internship.
Well, I mean, still,
No.
that's a good time range, like where it's not like you've been there for like so long where you're like so used to everything, but at the same time, it's like you
Right.
did kind of like hit a stride probably by now at this point, right?
Yeah. But
Right.
I mean, it's gonna be new to everybody, including
Oh,
managers,
okay.
supervisors. Everybody got to start learning how to work their system. So it's gonna
Yeah.
be new to everybody.
And what about like
So
the people? Like if you have to transfer over to a new location, like that'll be different, huh?
yeah, if I transfer, yeah, that'd be totally different. Cause I never traveled when I was working. I never traveled outside like any other states. So I always stay in Georgia. But if they want me to, then hey.
You'd have to move.
If they pay me good money, then hey.
You'd have to transfer states.
No, no, no. I'm saying
Okay.
like I never had a job where I had to travel.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
know, I never had a job like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I always been here in Georgia. So with two jobs that I had, so never had to like move to a different state here and
Right.
there and stuff.
That reminds me of my
But
cousin. He's in like the healthcare field, and
mhm,
I don't know how it works. Like I don't know like the titles or the job details or specifics or anything like that. But I know, one, like I said, he's in the healthcare field, and then two, like he travels a lot based on his job. So like I'm from Texas. My whole family's from Texas. They're still there and everything. And like what
mhm.
was it last year or past 2 years? Um, he transferred, I guess, just like a temporarily. Um, he was out here in LA, and he was here maybe like 3 months, and then he went back, and then he came to like Diego, and was there for like another 3 months. He's really trying to get to Hawaii. I don't know if he'll get there, but like his job just takes him everywhere. He meets cool people and has cool experiences and everything like that. And I was like, yo, that's cool, you know.
Okay.
So I don't know
I
how it
mean,
works.
I don't know how often it's gonna be.
Yeah,
So everybody just waiting for the month of April to come to see how it's all gonna turn out.
yeah. Well,
So
yeah. At least you have a notice, a heads up. You still got like, well, when did they tell you too? Because you have a month between now and then. But when did they tell you?
well, I mean, they started a little bit in the beginning of February. Like we would get these meetings about Optum, like saying like, hey, we brought you guys this old company,
Yeah,
so we're gonna be the new company now that you guys are gonna be working for us. So we've been getting like little meetings here and there. We have an upcoming meeting this I think this Thursday about it too as well on what's the like the beneficiary package, like with the health, vision, dental.
hmm,
We have that coming soon. The how the payroll is going to be from now, starting in April with
that's
them.
crazy.
So it's like everything
That's
they're getting
crazy.
us, heads up. Like this is going how the payroll is going to be every 2 weeks. You know,
Yeah,
it's all new. It's just like okay, this is just too much, but I'm with it. So let's see how
right.
it comes out.
Yeah, it is overwhelming. I forget that. Yeah, things could like just change like that. You just have the carpet ripped from underneath your feet. It's like a whole nother company could
Exactly.
just come in and like change everything.
And just take it all over.
Yeah, you just got to stay prepared. That's life, though. That's life. You got to be
Yeah.
ready for anything.
Yeah.
Man,
It's a lot of people that they have fired too as
yeah,
well
that too.
because the managers, um, some managers work from home, and often is looking at these people that they're not doing their jobs at home.
Yeah,
So they're looking at like, okay, how many accounts did these managers actually lose, and they eliminated those out the way.
right.
So they have got rid of maybe 15 managers
Hmm.
in our
That's a
company,
lot. Like, how
and
many
that's not
y'all
just
got any left? Like that's a lot, right?
that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's not good at all.
And then
That's not good at
the
all.
thing about that too is it just adds stress to everybody that's still there too, right? Like now everybody that there has to do
Exactly.
more. And then
Because
like
now
some of
one of
those
my
people are gonna
coworkers,
quit, right? Because like
well, some of them have quit.
yeah,
Some of them was already let go
right,
previous before Arthur came in. Some of them was let go. Some of them just quit because they figure out like I'm not gonna do double the work.
right,
No, I'm not getting paid enough money. So it's a lot of managers that they have fired.
yeah,
But I figure like, ever since people start working from home, they getting lazy. They
yeah,
don't want to do no work. They on the couch watching TV. So I was like, we cutting this all off.
right.
Because I believe in somewhere in May that we're gonna start seeing more people in the office now.
Oh yeah,
Because I feel like what Optum did, like they're probably thinking like, y'all not gonna mess up our money.
yeah,
No.
right.
Y'all just not gonna screw our money up. So no. So I believe in May we're gonna start seeing a whole lot of people come into the office in May. Whether they like it or not.
You know, some new coworkers that you know about.
Oh, they buy.
Yeah, some new coworkers that you know about.
Right. Right. I
Wow.
remember one of my coworkers asked me, he was like, have any awesome people came in the office yet? I was like, no, not yet, but I'm pretty sure we're going to start seeing them sooner.
Right.
Coming in.
Sooner than later.
I said, no, not yet. It's still kind of empty, still quiet. But I said, right with April and May come, it ain't going to be quiet no more.
Was that? Oh yeah, I guess that is the deadline for the transition period where everything goes into
Yeah.
full effect by then.
Yeah. So I'm like, you might enjoy the peace and quiet that you can right now,
Right,
because
right.
when it's been making, it ain't gonna be no more quietness no more.
But will it be for the better?
But I
Like,
mean, yeah, it's
especially
just
in regards, it's gonna make would I don't know. Will having more people in the office make your job easier, or will people
I
notice
mean,
the difference?
even when I was working at Chase Center before, and when I first started, it was a whole lot of people. But I tend to tune people out anyway because I put on my headphone sets
Yeah,
and I tune to ignore people.
yeah,
I just do my work. And a lot of people call my name. Like I have this one coach, she's like, just gotta call your name 3 times. Bro, and you can't hear me. I'm like, well, I have the headphone sets on, so I'm doing my work. So yeah, if you come to my desk and ask me what you want to need to ask me, or else I'm not gonna hear you.
as long as your job is getting done right, as long as it's getting
Yeah,
done.
my manager, he doesn't have an issue with me. Like, I always get my work done, and he appreciates it because the things that I do, because I'm mostly like the biller that I just send. I have to be the one that sends all the bills out to the adjusters and attorneys.
Right.
So I make sure they get out right on time. And as long as I keep doing that, my managers don't have no issue with me.
Huh.
So
That's interesting.
yeah,
Because I don't know. Maybe I'm getting two things mixed up because I have my mom's best friend is also in the healthcare field too, and she's in college too. So I don't know if I'm mixing up and we talk a lot, and I don't know if I'm mixing up, the prompts with her stories with the prompts with your stories because your stories that you have to on your papers and everything that you have to write. It's related to like the healthcare field, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if
What
I'm
I'm going to school for is like healthcare administration.
okay.
So it's basically, I would say all the classes that I have taken is some of them is according to healthcare and some of them is not according to healthcare.
Yeah.
Like some classes I would have that's not even focused on healthcare. It's totally something different. That's out the book. Like this class right now that I have right now that I'm about to finish up, it's called environmental sociology,
Hmm.
where we talk about like the earth and like saving the green planets and talk
Environmental
about
sociology.
racism.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, so so I have that class, and I have a principal management class where we're talking about the sources of how to, I guess, to own your own business. What's the process of it?
What's
So
the
it's
class
like I
called?
have different principal of management.
Principal of management or principal management?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Principal of management.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So some classes I probably get that has a little bit dealing with healthcare, but majority of the rest of them are like writing, essay.
Right.
That's all I've been getting all the last year and this year. So yeah, I mean, I had probably like maybe one or two classes that focused on healthcare, and that was really much it. Everything else was like.
So what is the principle of management class? What is that about?
The principle of management, I mean, for this one, right now, the project I'm working on right now is like when we had to choose like a different corporation to talk about, and then like you have to explain like discover their brief history, their research activities. You know, it's a simple class though, because I had this professor before, and he's very simple and laid back. He doesn't ask for too much, but you know, I had to look up the mission, the vision of the company. The company that I chose anyway was Target. So I do like a lot of research background. Yeah,
like Target, like
yeah, the clothing store.
Okay, I was thinking something in the medical field. I was like, what do they have to do with?
No, with this one, he had a list for us to choose. So he had like Amazon, FedEx, UPS, Target, let's see, BJ's, Costco, and he said you can choose either one of these companies, and do the research background to it.
Okay.
Which I'm like, okay, just don't focus on healthcare. So
right.
I'm trying to figure out, okay, where does this go? It's a healthcare field.
Right.
I'm getting lost right now. But I had classes like that before. So that's why I say I might get like one or two that concerns about healthcare. Other classes is not even focused on healthcare.
Huh.
And that's so weird to me about it, is because like when I applied for this, getting my bachelor's degree in healthcare administration, I would think I would get more healthcare classes.
Right.
But it's like I don't. And that's what's so weird for me.
Do you have any classes that cover anything in regards to like ethics of healthcare?
Well, I have one thing up. Let me go back to the dashboard. I have one class. Well, I have a third class that's coming up in March about health rights and responsibilities.
Yeah.
And I have another one that's like business analysis class as well. So I have another class that's concerned about, I guess, healthcare. But
you said business what?
But that will start into March.
Business what? What's the other one?
Business analysis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a good professor. This healthcare person. Oh my God.
He looks like a good person.
He looks like a mean person.
Oh. Just
like he's a grumpy old man.
Oh man, that's gonna be fun. You don't do the reviews? Don't they have like reviews of like the professor or the class before you sign up?
Yeah, it's like the syllabus.
Yeah.
They'll give you the syllabus and stuff, and he'll like the professor will introduce you to, I guess, to the class. Like, you know, they have like a whole full story about them and say like, you know, what school they graduated from, and you know what degree that they have in and stuff like that. So
yeah,
we get to read up on that.
Yeah.
But it looks like the first one is dealing with law ethics.
Oh, really?
And bioethics. So that's the first week for this class. This is dealing with it.
That's interesting.
So I'll be tuned to that for week 1.
Yeah, that's always interesting to me. Maybe it's probably. Ethics, you know, of healthcare and everything like that. I think she also talked about like there's a class that dealt with like the financial aspects of everything and like how people finance their healthcare. You know?
No, I had a class. I had one of those.
Okay. Where
it's mostly like math, dealing with a lot of calculations for the financial class I had, but I forgot what month was that in? I do believe it was last year, but I forgot what month I took that in though. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that
it
would
was still
be
a lot of mathematics.
that would be specifically relevant, to you and like the business administration aspect of things, right?
Right.
And then you do the
Hmm.
you say you're in the billing department, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm still, getting more information from my job that's colliding on to what I'm actually getting my degree in. So it all plays a part in my
You
role.
say collide, you mean like conflict or like helps, you know? We,
Like it helps.
okay, okay.
It helps.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, even though I'm used to doing the billing, the coding stuff there, but adding on to this what I'm doing for school, it helps me along the way.
That's cool.
It's like if I see something that I know that's that I know previous to my job, like okay, I just hit the answer to that because either my manager would bring it up or I learned it in a meeting somewhere at my job. So yeah.
And then I know this was like some weeks ago or whatever. We were talking about that one like that crazy paper, that essay that you had. What, you remember that?
Yeah, the one that is Pacific said I didn't follow the instructions, but I
Right,
did a good job
right,
on it.
right. Yeah. What class was that?
That was ooh, I believe that was a healthcare class too,
Huh.
if I'm
Yeah, I
not
thought so.
mistaken. Yeah, because he was like, you did a good job on it, but you didn't follow the instructions. I'm like, what? I was so confused when he wrote me that. I was literally so confused. I think that was healthcare policies.
Healthcare policies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Where
think
I had to
yeah.
write about HIPAA law.
Mm. I think that
Yeah.
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that
Yeah.
reminds me now. Wow.
But he gave me a 96 on it though.
Right.
But I didn't follow the instructions. So I
Right.
was like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with you on that.
And then how'd the
Because I'm gonna
class
just keep
go?
my
How'd you end up doing it? You had to get an A in the class.
yeah, and let's maybe it'll show my grade. I don't think it'll show my grade because I already finished the class. And I think I ended up getting at least a 95 in his class at the end of the course.
Fire.
So yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's up. That's good shit. That's good shit.
On the D list. I'm like,
Hey, you on the
no
deeds
way. I
list.
worked too hard for this man.
Yeah. Got to
Yeah.
keep that going. That's good energy.
I was
That's
like,
what's up.
no distractions cannot come my way. I got to be focused because I got one more year and about like, well, let's see, 4 months, and then I'll be graduating in May of next year.
Oh, May of next year. Okay, 2024.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
That's my month.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
So I'm like, come on, just you got to strive, got to keep on going. I've just been thinking positive thoughts now.
Right.
So
Right.
positive thoughts, positive energy, not thinking nothing negative in my head. No.
Yeah. No,
So
that sounds like the move. That's cool. I mean, it sounds like the uphill fight is kind of. I mean, I don't want to jinx anything. You
but the
know,
octopus company coming in.
but
Yeah, this is gonna be brand new to me. It's just gonna be like, okay, because now I gotta learn a whole new system. I gotta figure out what my manager wants me to do, or is he gonna put me on a different hospital for me to learn and for me to bill out their claims and how they want their claims to be billed out. So it's gonna be new for me.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I believe it's gonna be new. But I mean, like I always say, I'm willing to take a challenge
right. That's what I was gonna say.
everywhere I go.
That
So
that that keeps things
everywhere I go.
interesting. Keeps things fun and interesting, right?
Right, it does. I'm always willing to take a challenge in any new companies or any new opportunities that comes my way.
Yeah. Would you be
So
inclined? Would you be interested in moving if the opportunity presented itself, or would you rather stay where you are at least right now? Like while you're in answer the question like as if you obviously you still have another year left in school. But then if you didn't have, another year in school left.
I mean, if financial was, then yeah. If I was like making enough,
Yeah.
yeah, I would move.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm okay making enough right
Yeah.
now.
Right.
So
Right.
we gotta keep it at this pace right now until I get my degree.
Right. You go to school in
Yeah.
person, or is it?
Financial wise, I was really good financial wise and that.
Right. Right.
What
Are,
was that?
are you attend school in person, or is it online classes, or what?
It's online class.
Oh, okay.
Online.
Yeah. Yeah. How you like
Yeah.
that? What's that? I
So
don't know
I
if
started.
I could do that.
Well, this is actually my first time doing online class because when I went to my old college, it was a technical college when I first started off called MechTech before they changed it to Gwinnett Technical College. So this is like my first time doing things online.
Yeah.
Because if the campus was open up to one that I applied for, then yeah, I'd be willing to go there after work. Because that basically, because since I like to do probably, I'll be best doing night classes because I like to leave my job and go to the campus.
Right.
But since there's only like one campus that's open and it's too far from where I live and far from my job, I couldn't do it.
Right.
So I just said I'm gonna just do it online. So, but it's pretty new. It's pretty new. It's interesting. But I try to meet everything at before the deadline, because the professor will, say like, did you forget something? I think you need to turn your paper in. The deadline coming up. Everything in as soon as possible. Make sure everything's right
Now,
and correct,
if you had an
so I can
option,
get that
you prefer to take
right.
it in person? You prefer to do it in person or online?
If I had an option like to go to the campus,
Yeah. I mean, not like just in general, like just learning in general. Would you prefer like,
I
yeah,
mean, either or. I mean,
yeah,
I'm more of an in person type person
right,
because
right,
I like to meet new people anyway.
right,
So if I did have a chance like to meet all these professors that I had previously before, then yeah, I wouldn't mind like going to the class and
right,
sitting like in the classroom and taking notes
right,
like how you see on TV. You see these big old colleges and stuff. You be like in the classroom writing notes down.
right.
I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't.
For me, it's
But
like
if the
just
fact
such a
is that,
more engaging experience. I think there's something like
yeah,
psychologically that happens like when we're in a whole new environment and it's totally immersive, like it's an immersive
right,
experience. It's like something clicks, in your mind and in the brain. It's like, oh, this is what this time or this environment is delegated for. It's like, oh, it's time to learn now. Like you go to work and you're there to work. Like you go to the kitchen and you're
right,
there to eat. You go to your bed. It's time to sleep. Like
right.
I think those, I don't know, at least for me, I know how like triggers work for me. Like me and my brother, we were just talking this past weekend about Pavlov's dog. You familiar with Pavlov's dog in psychology? Everything.
No, I'm not familiar with
So,
that.
but no. I was going to tell you about Pavlov's dog. Um,
Oh, okay.
so like, I guess the food, for like the smell of the food or whatever is the aroma, maybe even like the sight of it, it like triggers something for the dog that
Mm-hmm.
that makes it like start drooling. It's like a response, you know. And so the scientists or whatever that were recording this in the experiment, they would say, "Oh, well, what else can we associate as triggers, to this response that this dog has?" And so they started ringing a bell,
Mm-hmm.
and whenever they rang the bell, they would give the dog food. They rang the bell, they gave the dog food. So they're training the dog, to have this response. And eventually, the dog is going to associate the bell ringing, to the food. And you could just totally remove the food out of the equation. And then the dog will start drooling on its own when it hears the bell, as opposed to like seeing or yeah. yeah, seeing or smelling the food. So like,
Well, that's
yeah,
interesting.
right. And I mean, I think about that and like a lot of other things, like how just people, how we work and everything. I think there was this one when I learned about this in psychology class, like so many years ago. I think we saw like this scene on The Office, and I think they're trying to demonstrate how this worked with some guy in the office. Uh, and I don't know what they did, but they would give this guy some gum, or they would have like some noise or some ticker or whatever go off in the office, and every time that happened, they would ask this guy if he wanted some gum in the office, and eventually they just stopped giving him gum. They stopped the offer, and eventually he just had his hand out like that. And then so they asked him, because they didn't ask him if he wanted, they just did the noise or whatever, the trigger, and he just had his hand out. And they asked him, "Why do you have your hand out?" And he had to think about it consciously, because it's a subconscious thing. He was like, "I don't even know I have my
Right.
hand out." But it was a trigger. So I think that's really interesting, you know. So
Yeah, it is. It is.
like I know for me, like writing, like things I have to do things that trigger my I guess response, like in anything that I'm trying to get done, like, but especially in regards to writing, like my writing process, like it has to be dark. I usually have to have it like at 9 p.m. at night. Like that's when I start getting probably arbitrary, but these are things that I've learned like that help like induce creativity. So I just start associating them. I don't even,
Mhm.
I mean, Twizzlers are cool and everything, but I started, you know, associating, I guess, Twizzlers with my my pattern, and I've been doing
I
that for
haven't
like,
had Twizzlers so long.
and like my thing is like I consciously I I'm ambivalent towards them. Like I don't dislike them. I don't like really particularly like them. Like I like chewy candy just in general. I really fuck up some Ike and Ikes and hot tamales. You know, like I like those. Like
Mhm.
those are my favorites. But like Twizzlers, they're just kind of cool. But it's like a response kind of thing. So
Right.
I don't know. I just find that interesting. And I'm sure in generations to come, like specifically in regards to learning, they're gonna have some other kind of response, maybe all place, online. But in person is definitely the way to go for me. I know how I learn best. Even like an audio book. But yeah, it's like because that's the thing about online learning. It's you can do it in practically like any environment, which is convenient,
Right.
but maybe potentially not. Maybe you're not totally immersed in the learning. Like I noticed myself like with audiobooks, like I'll be kind of like half listening, and I have to
Mhm.
like rewind, and go back and find, where I disengaged.
Right.
So it's interesting. You just want to.
Good for you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
we've talked about this. I've been addressing it on like lives here and everything like that, but we started working with like a team, and we're kind of working to delegate, offers and everything, uh,
Mhm.
within our already existing community. And there's a lot of things that I know I'm consciously aware of that I should be doing, but I just don't. One person can only do so much, and like has the capacity to do only so much. Especially when you're focused on like creating it. You're not as focusing as much on like distributing the content. Especially in the highest capacity possible. So like that's what we're working on with the team. Um, yeah, maybe I addressed this at the beginning of the session, but a lot of these things that we're doing, like on the back end, aren't visibly apparent now. But we have been working over the past month or two, the better part of the past 2 months, on like other things on like the back end. We've been working on our Shopify store, so we have like new merchandise offers now that we're working on. Working on like our email sequencing, our texting list, and everything like that. Um, we're gonna start getting to our socials, back to our social media here within like the next like week or two, you know. So
Okay.
yeah, we have a lot to look forward to, a lot to be excited about, and everything like that. We're gonna be sending like a survey out, you know, to survey everybody who's on our list already to see what people's interested in, you know, because I just have so much stuff. I just don't. I'm just like apprehensive to share it, you know, because I want to do it, you know, where it's gonna be received, you know, in the best way, you know, whether it's like yeah, a
Mhm.
whole bunch of music, you know. So I want to know, and music videos. I want to know like what everybody, you know, really wants is most interested in, you know.
Right.
So I'll be reaching back out to you. You know, I want your input. I want your take on the
Well,
survey.
you should already know. You should already know my flavor is with the heavy metal all the way. Cause as the last time with me and you spoke, that guy was in there too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I follow him too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Paul.
Paul. Yeah,
Yeah, he was in there too. Uh huh.
yeah.
So that's that's why I listen to just heavy metal.
Well, you followed us
Yeah,
though. You followed us.
he
So,
actually sent me some really, really.
Paul,
Did I what?
you followed us though.
Yeah, me and him been talking
Yeah.
quite a while lately now.
I was
Like
like,
we've been videotaping each other.
sometimes you just have to acknowledge when you're third wheeling in the conversation. So I just kind of like sat back and like, you know, I was really interested in the conversation. I was taking notes and everything. I
Right.
didn't have much to contribute to it, you know, but I was definitely taking notes. You know, there are some
Right.
rooms where it's best to be the fly on the wall, you know, instead of actively engaged in the
Uh-huh.
conversation. So I was just taking it all
Because
in.
me and him had so much in common in music. Like every band that I started naming, he knew about it. He was like, "Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
cool.
talking."
That's
But I mean,
cool.
ever since we stopped that live chat, like when it ended, ever since then, like me and him just been nonstop talking to each other.
That's
Like we're
cool.
going back and forth.
That's
So
cool.
it's been cool talking to him though.
Yeah. Where he's from New Orleans,
Yeah.
right? Isn't he from? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
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 No, that's what's up. He seemed like a cool guy too, like genuine, real person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is.
So no,
He
that's what's
really
up.
is.
That's
He
what's
really
up.
is.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened after that. I was like, when we stopped seeing Jess on the line, so I was like,
Man, it's just like this school work. I was like, oh my god, this is killing me. I haven't been in those sessions with
no, it's
these
all
people.
good.
Like, what is going on?
It's all good. I'm just glad to hear that you're doing all right. You know what I'm saying? So no, it's good to hear from you
Yeah, I'm
again.
actually.
It's
Yeah.
good to hear from you. Yeah.
It's been just like essays, essays after essays. I'm like, oh my god.
Right. Right.
Oh man, I just want to scream
Damn.
when writing essays.
Cause spring break is coming up soon, right? That's next month.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we finally get a break.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll be so glad when it comes, so I can
It's
just
1 week,
rest my
right?
mind. Yeah, it's 1 week. It's spring
Yeah.
break.
What dates
Yeah,
are is it what the 13th through the
I think
17th?
it's in the beginning of April,
The beginning
if
of
I'm not
April.
mistaken.
I thought it was in March.
Mhm.
Or maybe it depends.
No, because I have a class in March, so I have one all the way through the end of March, and that's what I think.
Oh,
This
really?
after I go through with these new classes right here, that's about to start in March for me. I do believe. Let's see, because this one don't end until. So my new classes start. Dang. My new class starts from February 27th, and it don't end until April 22nd. So I'm pretty sure after this class we'll get our spring break with them, and then we probably won't jump start until May 1st.
So the end of
So
April?
we'll get that whole. So yeah, so with this new class, it doesn't end until April 22nd. So I'll have from the 23rd all the way to the 30th as that 1 week break.
So
After I finish these new classes, that I'm about to start. That I'm
that's
about to start.
crazy. Cause yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
remembering now that you're online classes. So like this online class,
Yeah.
like they still respect the spring break as I mean, cause that's it is a spring break, but it's not like the spring break, right? You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
shit.
I
If
mean, at least I get a break though.
I guess
Yeah.
shit, if spring break is that late, you
On
might as
mine
well
though,
just
but
take off for the summer, right? You might as well just add a week to the summer.
right. I might as well just get 2 weeks
Yeah,
in. Shoot.
that's kind
Just
of
start back on the 8th of May.
yeah.
So, what they just give us 1 week though. I think from there, and then we probably won't get another break until, let's see, because I'm looking at my classes now, like it's all upcoming for me this month. So in May 1st to June 24th will be my next class, and then from so we get another break after June 24th.
Oh, you got
So
summer?
that'd be like our second break, I guess, for like the summertime.
Okay, yeah.
For the summertime. So after June 24th, when that course ends, then let's see.
Dang, you're taking
Yeah, then I
courses
get
year
another
round.
break.
You're taking courses year round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's interesting. Uh-huh. So it's interesting how they do this. Like, so yeah, after the 24th, when that class ends, then I get a whole week break for that one. And I won't start my new one for that one till July 3rd. So, yeah. And then I think the one in September that goes from August 28th to October 21st. Then I begin a phone call from my counselor to register me for my for the other months.
Right.
Because
Right.
he always calls me up. It's like, hey, let's work for you. Like, get this out the way.
And they do that
You know.
personally
So
themselves. That's
like
cool.
they'll call me on the phone. Like it's just only one guy that calls me on the phone when it comes time to registering for me for my other classes. And but that time of the month, so let's go ahead and get you out the way for for the New Year class.
That's cool,
So
right?
I'm like, okay.
That's convenient.
Yeah. So he always do that for me. But it seems like in September I have another healthcare class, but this one says healthcare data second and privacy. So that's in September. Then I have human resource management in July, along with health info. See, now it seems like I'm getting more health class towards the end of my semester.
That's
So
interesting,
now,
huh?
like, it's pushing towards, since I guess, because I'm graduating next year, they're pushing all the healthcare classes now that I need now.
It's like a
That's what I'm
setup.
assuming.
Why would they do that?
Right? I mean, suspecting, like, can you give that to me in the beginning when I first started
That
so
is
I can get that out
interesting.
the way?
I feel like they do that purposely for a reason. Um,
Exactly.
what do you think about this theory? Maybe they, because it's not just your, interest, your field of study that I've seen this in. I've seen this in other ones as well. But what if they do that,
Mm-hmm.
for especially with the underclassmen who might be like potentially undecided in what they're actually interested in, so they just get their basics out of the way, and they can still get their basics and
Yeah.
transition into another. What do you think about that? That's if you can,
I think that's what they did with
yeah,
me.
yeah,
So I think that they just gave me all of the math reading. They gave that to me first with
right,
all the essays I do. They pushed that to me first when I first started, and then I guess they decided, okay, we'll just give her all the health class towards her end when she get close to graduating.
right.
So I mean, with me, I'm not picky, but as long as I get something that's dealing with my degree,
Right.
that's how I feel.
Right.
I'm like, as long as there's something in there that's concerning with what I'm taking up, I don't mind.
Right.
So,
That is
but yeah,
interesting.
that seems like that's like I'm getting all these health classes to like So it's last year for me.
Right.
It's so interesting. Oh man! And I remember I took a course before about project management. I believe when I was going to contract with this company before I got permanent with this company, before I was going to contract with a company named Collabora, and they had contacted me about me doing these training classes about project management. I was like, okay, I'll try it. I'll test it out. I still have the book though. I have taken like the test. I ended up passing it, but they said you want to take, I guess, to get your license in it. I don't know if it's still at like $150, which you have to pay. You have to go like to this, I guess, like to this building, a suite room. You can have no phones. They give you the calculator that they provide for you, and you got to take a test like that on a computer. So, but if that's what I really was interested in, I have to be reading the book like every day, like studying out that book every day.
Right. So where you could test out of
I mean,
it,
I
and you
still have
don't
the
have
book
to
though.
actually. So you don't have to actually take the class. You could just test out of it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can. Like, I can call the person up that told me about it, and she could just set me up, just saying like, okay, you ready for the test? Let me know. You have the 150. I go ahead and do the payment for you. I tell you where to take the test at, and that is. Because
Mm.
I don't have to take the course back over again because I already passed the course. So that wouldn't make no sense me repeating the course back over again.
Right.
She just probably just tell me, you studied the book and you're pretty much ready for it, then you can just go ahead and just take the test.
Huh. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I still have the book though, but I was just trying to get through one thing at a time.
Right. Right.
So yeah, but it seems like I have another. Because the reason why I said that because it seems like in September I have a project management class, so it should be easy for me since I took a project management course already
Yeah.
before. So yeah, but that's like in September though, so I have ways to go for that class.
Well,
I mean, I'm
that's
excited, but I'm like, why would they put all the healthcare classes at the end when I'm about to graduate? I don't understand. Views on that though.
delayed gratification. They don't want you to learn everything at the beginning, because then you
I
wouldn't
guess not.
you wouldn't stay around for the end. I guess it's kind of like you don't have your dessert at the beginning, right? You have the main course and everything, and then if you have
Right.
room for the dessert, then you get dessert afterwards. I don't know.
Right. I guess that's how they put it in. They're like, let's leave the juicy part at the end for her.
Right. It's what you really came here for. They got to make sure that
Right.
I guess they say too, if you don't get through all these basics and everything, there's no point in us teaching you. It's like some Mr. Miyagi shit. It's like that's interesting.
Exactly.
Huh. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta love it though.
Yeah.
School system. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love what I do because it's very interesting for me, and it's like a mind opening to me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all these essays. Oh my goodness. I did not know this was gonna be this doggone hard. But it's like, well, you're in a 4 year class, so you're in a 4 year university.
Right.
So it's like, what you expect? So I'm like, ugh. But I'm getting through it though. I just gotta keep that honor up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot fail. I told my sister in law, I was like, yeah, I don't have time to be failing no classes right now.
Stay away from those
No,
teachers
not
that
me.
tell you you did a good job, but you didn't follow the instructions. You got to stay away from those.
Right? Like, ugh, those negative people. But they want to give me an A though
Right.
at the end. I'm like, Okay.
It's out of spite.
But I hope this professor that looks mean in the face, I hope he's not too cruel.
Oh, that hard.
Everything turns out right for it.
Right. No, it's a beautiful thing.
I mean, I'm trying to say, pull up a picture so that you can actually see. I don't know if this is like an image character or like a character of him, but doesn't he look so cruel though?
Nah, I mean, I don't know. The smile kind of. He looked like a super villain. He looks like a super villain. Honestly.
Right.
So they don't all have like cartoon images, do they?
No, not all of them. Like this is my first time ever seeing a cartoon images by like a professor of mine. But like this guy that does the environmental sociology class that I'm in, he's like really, really old, but he's very friendly though.
So I don't
He's
know.
like, okay, you want this paper over? That's fine.
I think the fact that he had like a cartoon character.
That's no.
Oh, they kind of look the same. They look very similar, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah. So he does the environmental sociology class, saving the planet. I mean, saving like stuff like that. So that's one of the professors that I have right now, and then I have Mr. Henry's this class that I'm taking, which he's a really I like taking his class because he's like really cool, chilled out, laid out person, like very cooled out. Like he doesn't ask for much.
Yeah.
He just said, just do the assignment. That's it. And most of his stuff is just like chapter works that you have to complete, and like you can attend his meetings on Wednesday. So if you do the discussion on Monday, you get that done on Monday. You attend his meetings on Wednesday. Then you know how you don't have to post to no other student during Thursday. That will cover like your whole week.
That's cool.
So his class is very easy. I had about like two last year his classes. It was very simple.
So
very like
are these classes, these sessions where they're teaching, are they like live streams or are they like video recordings?
I mean, the only time when it goes live stream when he just does the meetings. Everything else is just like you do the chapter work. It'll take you to like this page where they give you like a book to read and you have to answer the quiz and that's it.
Yeah.
And then you're just done.
That's cool.
So it's just pretty simple. Then the quiz is based off the chapter that you read or that you did the chapter work in.
Yeah. I don't know. So you brought up that.
That's why anytime I get his class, I just love taking his class. It's an easy class.
But you brought up that one offer where you pay $150 and just go and take the test. I'm thinking like that might be the best deal. Like instead of, I mean, these online teachers just tell you to read the book and do the work. Like it's like, oh well, shit, I could do that anyway, right? I don't know.
Right. I mean, yeah, I can. But the book that I have is very thick.
Yeah.
Like it would take me at least probably a month or two to read that and to like get it down packed in my head.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Because it's a very thick book. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, let me focus on this. I got one more year to go in a few months.
Nah, you'll get there.
And then I'm out of here and done.
You got this. You got it. You got it.
So yeah. I haven't seen I don't know if the other lady, I think it's a lady that's doing the business announce class. Is it? Yeah, it's a female. She doesn't look too bad.
You judge all your professors
like
by how they look.
Simple. I mean, she looks very simple though. I mean, you look at her, she looks very like
regular.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
He's like, I don't know about that one.
I don't know. Don't trust her. It's all about the curvature in her mouth. I don't know, man.
Like like she be very sneaky.
Yeah, something like
Like something's up with her.
yeah.
I don't know. As long as I do the assignment right, I don't think I would have no problems with her. So that's all I'm focused on. Ugh. I just be like, come on, spring break or 1 week break, come through for me so I can just
Man, I'm
relax my
counting on that
mind.
right now. I'd be like, I'd be there with you, but shit, 2 months? You looking at 2 months? I don't know.
I know. It's like, oh man,
I don't know about
come
that one.
on.
I don't know about
Uh,
that.
that's just been a toll on me. So,
Yeah,
but I
for
did
real,
get a
for
new
real.
phone though, because ever since when I found out I made the dean list,
Oh
I
yeah.
took it upon myself to get a new phone because the phone that I had before was getting like old and it was kept messing up. So I was like, yeah, it's time for me to upgrade.
That was your treat to yourself.
Yeah, it was. It was. I also get my mom a new phone, but I ain't make
Oh
no deal
okay.
with it. So why am I getting a phone?
Yeah, you just buying phones. That's what that is. Just turning up.
So it's like, why am I getting a new one? But okay,
What'd you
because me and her
get?
both had the same phones.
What'd y'all get?
I ended up getting a Samsung Galaxy 22,
Oh, the Ultra?
a 22 Samsung Galaxy.
Not the Ultra.
No, this is just the regular one,
Okay.
not
Okay.
the Plus.
Yeah,
I just got the regular one.
I got the Ultra
Yeah.
last year. That's what I'm on right now. Yeah, I got it in May.
Oh.
Yeah, because my other one, I guess I dropped it and cracked it. It only worked, it didn't work very well, the screen and everything. But yeah, so man, that's a whole big deal. When I had to upgrade and everything, I'm about to get angry here and everything about this. Because so I upgraded to the phone that you have, the S22, right? Um, I had a Note 8 and I upgraded to that one at first, but I just did it temporarily. I just needed something for that weekend or whatever. I didn't really want that one. I like the Note because I like being able to write. It got the pen and everything. You
Right.
know, so I'm used to like bigger phones anyway. So because I got notes, like that's all I ever had really was like the notes. You know, um, so I go there and they give me a hard time. They didn't have like the note or whatever. Uh, they tell me I have to buy with the insurance. I'm like, I used to sell phones. I used to sell cell phones. I used to do what he did. Like he's telling me what I can and can't do. Like, bro, you can't like, you can't tell me what you can and can't do. I used to do this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they sell me that one. I leave and come back within the return time period or whatever. You got like 7 days or whatever to return it. Before you're stuck with that one
Mhm.
for life until death do you part, right? So I I try to get there, and well, first of all, the second time I get there, they give me the runaround or whatever. They're like, oh, we can't return it. Oh, because we're not a corporate store, we're not a corporate location or whatever. Oh, here's our nearest corporate location. You can go return it to this other one. Tell me why they made me run around to like two or three other locations, before all these other locations that I go to tell me that I had to return it to the original one, and I had to,
Oh.
man, what? What? And this gives me this gives me upset right now. Because I wanted to return it and exchange it for a better one, or for the note, the ultra that I got right now, and nobody else has this one,
Right.
and I'm driving around with this broken phone and this other one, like it doesn't have any service on it, like so like the screen doesn't work and it doesn't have any service, you know because I had to go and return this other one, so they finally tell me that I have to go back to the original location at all these other stores that I go to. And when I get back there, like I see her lock the door on me. I watch her
No.
like, yeah, yeah, like she was trying to run away and escape or some shit. I was like, yo, what is this? So I make sure the next day, I make sure I'm there at like 9, fucking a.m. in the morning. I'm ready to turn up on y'all's ass. Like, yo, this is crazy. Y'all gonna try to put me through this and everything like that. So I called AT&T. I put them on the phone and I explained to them my situation. I was like, yo, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to set me up. Get me with this old phone that I don't even want anything.
Right.
Like, yo, this was crazy. So I left and I returned it. I paid the restocking fee. I was like, man, fuck that restocking fee. I don't care about. I want my. You know what I want. You know. So man, yeah, that was crazy. I was ready to fight some people there. Like,
I would have too. I would
yeah,
have been mad.
that was wild.
I would have been mad.
That was unnecessary. And
Oh
it's
yeah.
like, and they probably would have got me too if I didn't have experience. So like, no telling who else they're doing like that. You know. So like, I know it.
Oh yeah. They're probably running over a lot of people.
Yeah, just for commission or whatever. And I'm
Yeah.
like, man, I was looking out for them. I was like, let me help y'all, like, or refer people. I was excited, customer service and everything like that, and it just
Right.
ended up not being that. So it was just a bad situation. But glad it's behind us. Glad nobody got hurt or who
Yeah.
went to
Because
jail.
I didn't want to see your dude. Be
Yeah,
like,
right.
I'm like, wait, what?
Man, that'd have been unnecessary.
And I be contacting Crystal, be like, what happened to him?
All right.
I said, he got to a fight with somebody.
Man.
No, we don't want that.
Yeah, it was second, because yeah, it was getting there. It was getting there.
I bet. That's one.
What's up? We
I
got
got extra mad.
Dominic. What's up? What's up? You can join our conversation here on Instagram at my handle is at one who may a sin with the underscore, the same stage name, just with the underscore at the end of our handle. And we do these at about 3:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Mondays. Where I know you can't see the people are commenting on other platforms and everything. Jess, what's that? This is on Facebook right now. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah, what's up, Tony? Much love. I'm glad you enjoy our live sessions. Glad to have Jess back. Shout out to Jess. Glad to hear you're doing well and everything.
It's doing well.
Yeah, yeah. And you're succeeding,
It's very well.
doing well in all your endeavors on
I'm
the
glad to
Dean's
be
list.
up.
Before we close out for tonight, Jess, give these people some words of advice, some words of wisdom, as somebody who is on the Dean's list, herself. How can somebody accomplish what you have accomplished, and reach your status, and say any aspirational, um, people that are, what words of advice can you bestow to our audience here
I would
tonight?
just, I would just say, stay focused.
Yeah,
No matter, no matter the obstacles coming your way, just stay focused. Yes, it gets hard here and there, but don't give up. At the end of the day, always stay positive. Have positive energy. Have positive people around you. Don't have no negative people around you, because that's going to mess you up if you have negative people around you. So that's what I surround my people with. Surround myself with positive people, and I have positive energy, positive mindset. I don't think nothing negative in my head. Even though, yeah, it can get stressful at a time, and sometimes you want to be like, I give up, but you can't do that. You just have to stay focused.
that's right.
And that's pretty much it.
That's right.
Stay focused until you reach that finish line. Because once you reach that finish line, at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it. Once that dean or the head of the school gives you that degree in your hand, you be like, hey, I did it. I accomplished. And then that's like the best feeling about it. When you actually walk that line, the
That's right.
best feeling at the end. So that's all I just stay focused, no distractions, you know. That's just me.
That's great. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna endorse that with my stamp of approval. That's a great way to close out the
Yeah.
session for tonight. You
Never
know,
give up.
amen.
Never give up on what you're trying to accomplish in life. And don't let nobody tells you that you cannot do it because you always can.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think
Those be the haters.
that's very relevant. Totally universal advice. In any field of endeavor. It doesn't matter like what you do in your life. So that's great. I love it. So
Yeah.
until next
Cause
time.
you're gonna get a few people that's gonna drag you down though. Like
Right,
you can't let them do
right.
it. Never.
Oh shit. Let me see. We're about to close out the session. I think what's up? We got healthy meats in the house, healthy eats meals in the house. That's Ivory. Shout out to Ivory. Medina. I order my meal preps, on the weekly basis and everything like that. So had to shout out, Ivory at Healthy Eats Meals. I have shit was kicking today. That meal I had today was like some pasta and some beef, but like healthy, like good shit, quality food, you know. Yeah, thank you for joining us today, Jess, and everybody
No
else
problem.
tuning in. It's always great to see you, you know. So glad you could make it today. For everybody else, until next week. Do what you do, whatever you do you. After all, is what you do best. I'm OMA, one who may ascend. Over and out. Peace, y'all. Going way up. Eyes to the sky.
Yeah.